The rejection came without ceremony. Alina felt it before she heard it, the sharp drop in her chest. The way the world seemed to tilt as if the ground itself had decided she wasn't worth holding anymore. The carriage door slammed shut in front of her face, wood cracking against iron. And the driver didn't even look back. You're not on the list, he said flatly through the narrow window. Wrong pack. The horses surged forward. Alina stumbled back into the snow, her palms burning as she caught herself. The torchlight blurred, and for one humiliating second, she wondered if she'd imagined the entire invitation, if she'd imagined the seal stamped in red wax, if she'd imagined that someone, somewhere, had wanted her. The wind cut through her thin cloak. The sound of the carriage faded into the night, taking her last hope with it. Behind her, laughter echoed from the gates of the Silverclaw Pack estate. Warmth music, a mating ceremony she'd been foolish enough to believe she belonged. Alina swallowed hard and turned away before the tears could fall. She would not cry where they could see her. She walked. The forest swallowed her quickly. The moonlight fractured by bare branches. Every step hurt, not just her feet, already numb, but the ache she carried deep inside. She'd grown used to being overlooked, misjudged, quietly pushed aside. Still, something about tonight felt sharper, like a door had closed that she hadn't even known was open. By the time she reached the crossroads, her breath came out in white, uneven bursts. 2 carriages waited there. One bore the mark of the Northern Pack, simple, unadorned, a safe ride back to the border towns. The other was larger, darker, its sigil half hidden beneath frost and shadow, a crowned wolf, etched in silver. Alina hesitated. She was exhausted, cold, her fingers shook as she clutched her cloak tighter. The northern carriage driver had fallen asleep, reins loose in his hands. The other stood alert, silent, as if waiting. She didn't see the danger. She saw warmth, movement, escape. Alina climbed into the wrong carriage. The door shut with a final echoing thud. Inside. The air was warm, too warm it smelled like pine, smoke, and something darker. Powerful. Her pulse stuttered. The carriage lurched forward. Only. Then did she notice she wasn't alone. A woman sat across from her. Posture regal, dark hair braided down her back. Her eyes were sharp, assessing, glowing faintly gold in the low light. Alina froze. I'm sorry, I think there's been a mistake. The woman tilted her head slowly, then she smiled. Oh, she said softly, there's been a mistake, all right. Alina's heart pounded. I can get out, please, I didn't mean no. The woman's voice hardened, but not unkindly. Sit. Something in that single word rooted Alina to the seat. The woman studied her like a puzzle she hadn't expected but found intriguing. What's your name? She asked. Alina. The woman's gaze sharpened. A flicker of something unreadable crossed her face. Well, she said after a moment, leaning back as the carriage picked up speed. My brother needs a mate. The words hit like a blow. Alina laughed weakly, certain she'd misheard. I think you have the wrong girl. The woman's smile widened, slow and dangerous. That's what everyone thinks. Miles away, at the heart of the Blackthorn Pack stronghold. Alpha King Rowan felt the pull like a blade between his ribs. He stiffened mid-stride, hand curling into a fist. The council chamber fell silent as every head turned toward him. Alpha, one of the elders asked carefully. Rowan didn't answer. His jaw tightened, nostrils flaring as a foreign scent brushed against his senses. Not fear, not challenge. Something softer. Something wrong. Someone entered the king's carriage. He said coldly. His sister, Lyra, smiled to herself as the forest rolled past the windows. Alina tried to steady her breathing. Your brother, he's an alpha. Lyra laughed quietly. Alpha King. That made it worse. I can't, Alina said quickly. I'm not, this isn't you smell like you don't belong anywhere. Lyra interrupted, her tone suddenly sharp. Do you know how rare that is? Alina flinched. She'd spent her life feeling out of place, like a puzzle piece from the wrong box. Hearing it spoken aloud hurt more than she expected. I'm just trying to survive. Alina said softly. Lyra's expression shifted. For the first time, something like respect flickered in her eyes. Good, she said, so is my brother, and he's terrible at it. The carriage rocked over uneven ground. Elena's body buzzed, a strange warmth blooming beneath her skin. She pressed a hand to her chest, confused. What's happening? She whispered. Lyra leaned forward, voice dropping. You're closer to him now. Rowan stood alone on the battlements, the night wind tugging at his dark hair. The pull intensified with every passing second, threading through him, awakening something he'd buried long ago. He hadn't wanted a mate, had rejected the idea with ruthless efficiency. Love was leverage. Weakness, the pack needed a king, not a man distracted by emotion, and yet. The scent lingered, soft, familiar in a way that made his chest ache. Find the carriage, he ordered the guards below. Now, back inside, Elena's thoughts raced. She remembered the look on the driver's face when he'd turned her away, the way the gates had closed behind her, how easy it had been for them to decide she didn't matter. What happens when we get there? She asked. Lyra's gaze softened, just a fraction. That depends on you, and on whether my brother listens to me, double quotes and if he doesn't. Lyra's smile returned, sharp as a blade. Then things get interesting. The stronghold loomed out of the darkness like a living thing, stone and fire and power. Wolves lined the walls, eyes glowing as the carriage passed through the gates. Elena's heart thundered. The door opened, and Rowan was there. He was taller than she expected, broad-shouldered, his presence filling the space like gravity. His eyes locked onto hers instantly, silver flashing. The world narrowed. For one terrifying, electric moment, Elena felt seen, not judged, not dismissed, claimed. Rowan's expression hardened, as if he hated himself for the way his breath caught. This is a mistake, he said coldly. Lyra stepped down beside Elena. You said that about the last 3 council decisions too. I won't be manipulated, Rowan snapped. Elena found her voice, though it trembled. I don't want to be here if I'm not welcome. Rowan's gaze flicked to her, sharp and assessing. Something unreadable passed through his eyes. Too late, the bond stirred. Ancient and undeniable, curling tight around both their hearts. Rowan turned away abruptly. Lock her in the east wing. Elena's chest tightened. Lyra watched him go, then leaned in close. He felt it, she whispered, and he's terrified. As Elena was led down cold stone corridors, her skin still buzzing. One thought echoed louder than the rest. If this was what rejection felt like. What would acceptance do to her? The door shut behind her with a heavy click, and somewhere in the darkness, the Alpha King began to regret everything but not enough to save her yet.